Hey, well, welcome back, my friends. We are out here in the wilderness for another MotoVlog here. As you can see, things are turning green. Spring has sprung, and in the spirit of that, our girl Brandy Lynn here, well, she seemed to blossom a beautiful set of Acerbis, however you guys say it, hand guards in rose red with the white guard. Oh, we are gonna dress this girl up eventually, but for the meantime, between time, we're just gonna ride her. But really, she's my woods girl, you know. She's my beater, and she runs so damn good. We can't complain about that. I think we're like just having a good old time in second gear here. But yeah, another MotoVlog here. Wait a minute. What am I doing? I told y'all that this week we'd be on Brandy. No, not Brandy. This is Brandy. I told y'all this week that we'd be on Becky. Alright, let's make a switch real quick. Well, that's better. Yep. We got Becky. We got Becky this week. And she is nice. She's very nice. I actually spent a lot of time on this bike. But the problem I'm having here is, well, it's a 125, so you're always going to have a lack of a bottom end power regardless, but this girl's got very slow throttle response. We haven't done anything with the carburetor yet. Stock jetting, and I also haven't done very much with the top end. So as you can see, she just kind of breaks up a little bit. Yeah, she breaks up a lot of bit. But she's a 125. Oh, you hear that? It had such a delay before the power band. This isn't even the right environment. I didn't build her to race in the woods. I built her to race in the track. So let's head over to somewhat of a track. Alright, that's better. At the little corner track. As you can hear, it just sounds like she's backed up. She bogs a little bit. Whole purpose of this, I'm going to show you guys her before. We'll go back to the shop. We'll do a little maintenance. Do some power tuning. Like, what the hell? She's just bogging out. And we'll see how she runs after. So let's do a little sight lap, and then we'll throw in a couple laps. Yeah, I hear that bog. She wakes up in the power band. Just hold that girl. Woo! Alright, forget about those. Oh, this is supposed to be a sight lap, by the way. Too high of a gear. That's what I mean. It's like back and forth. I'm always doing that. Just second, third, second, third. Yeah. Oh, some of the ruts pretty washed out. See, like, wake up, girl, wake up. Bring it down. Ah. And that's one lap. All this sand, I love it. This is the corner I've been really wanting to get better at. Let's run that one a few times. We'll do it, let's do it like 4 times going that way, and then we'll reverse it and see how we feel about that. Oh, that was even worse. I'm looking too far, or too close in front of me. That sand is so soft. There we go, that was a good one. Decent. I mean, I Squidwarded out of it, but... Alright, one more, and then we'll try the other way. Coming in, braking, gas. Nice. Oh, definitely not easier. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to the shop now and start taking this old girl apart. I'm really excited. Hope you guys like this. Like always, like everybody always says, comment, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, hit that little beep. Helps me out. I'm trying to build a channel here. It's really hard. YouTube is not an easy thing. It seems like you could just pick up a camera and stand behind it, but there's a whole nother level. So yeah, time to head back. Hopefully don't get caught by the cops. Well, my friends, we're back in the shop and I've got a bunch of cleaning to do before I can actually get to work. I got a behemoth of a machine on the lift right now. We got to get that out of the way so we can actually get the bike on there. And then I got some tools left over from a previous job that I was working on and I just kind of threw up here. So we're going to put all this stuff away. We're going to get organized. I'm going to put you guys on a little time lapse. We'll get you on the bench here and then, yeah, we'll get to work. So let's go. Old girl's on the lift now. We had to clean the shop. I can't work in a messy shop, guys. I gotta have nice cleanliness. I wanna know where everything is at. Speaking of which, we got all of our parts here. This is all we're gonna need. We got a bigger main jet. FMF specs says to run the stock, and then we're gonna adjust the carb accordingly to their specs. We'll see how it runs after that. But on top of that, we also have a base gasket here, an OEM. That's what I usually go with, OEM parts. I try to stay as original as possible. These tend to be the most dependable parts too. So yeah, we got a base gasket, head gasket, and then I just figured we'd replace, when we're in the carburetor, replace that bowl gasket there. The last time I was in there, it looked a little sketchy. We're gonna get to work. I'm gonna start taking her apart, and that way we can figure out where we need to start. Let's go. We got the carburetor disassembled and it is pretty filthy. There was some gunk inside the choke circuit there and the plunger would not come out, so we've had to coerce it and get it out, and there it is. Looks like it's a little scarred up, a little ding and damaged. Not so good. Looking at our main jet, we're actually running a 400 in there right now, and FMF is saying that we should be running a 390, so we got a stock size 390 there. A little less fuel, so that's probably why we're breaking up. We're just a little too rich. And then we're going to adjust our air fuel screw in accordance with those specs. Obviously fine tuning, running a dyno. You guys can kind of get different numbers by manipulating it in different ways, but if you're just a regular weekend warrior, you want to go out and ride, you want to ride the track, or you just want your bike to perform better in general, just kind of follow these specs and we'll go from there. I'm going to put that in the old shake and bake. We're going to get that all baked up and clean and whatnot in the ultrasonic, and in the meantime, between time, I got some work to do over here. So we're going to pull our cylinder and we're going to kind of texturize our intake ports a little bit, clean up any flashing, anything that's left behind. That's just stuff that like protrudes and it gets in the way when your fuel is running through the cylinder. And then we're going to polish out our exhaust ports. I already polished the power valve, but we're just going to kind of adjust and make sure that everything is running tip top. So let's get this girl in the old ultrasonic. Let's get her baked up. Let's get her clean and let's go. All right, what we got in there? Some smritch, some kruts. Doesn't look too shabby. It is a little rich. Head doesn't look bad. And I'm going to have to think on this overnight, whether or not we're going to cut 5 thou off of that, make the squish a little tighter. It is one of those things you got to think about a little bit. But yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Got some stuff, some crap. Alright, we're going to pull the cylinder off. So I got to disconnect the power valve, get the cover off of there, pull the cylinder. We'll throw it in our porting vise here. We got like a nice Fordham style tool here. Just a little flex shaft, adjustable. We're gonna go in there, clean things up. I got some sanding discs over here, some little sanding drums, and we'll make it all nice and smooth. Intake, we're gonna texturize, so we'll leave that a little more rough. Cylinder is brand new. Like I said, 2 hours on this thing. Really not that much. Not that much. It hasn't seen anything. This is barely ridden. But as you can see in there, take down there, we got some flashing in there that we can clean up, and then our exhaust port can be a little bit more polished. Pretty dirty right now, so we're gonna throw this in the ultrasonic.
One eternity later.
All right, so we got one side pretty much done. Still got to go in and do a little bit more cleanup, but as you can see, I'm taking the actual gasket here and I am matching the ports to the gasket size. And there's the before and here's after. This isn't really opening up the ports anymore. It's just kind of getting rid of the obstructions that are in the way, cleaning out all the flashing, and then this right here is a blunt edge, and I've kind of sharpened it up just a little bit. That allows a little bit more flow. Fuel separation and everything will be, or the fuel atomization will be optimized at this point, and obviously our ports being matched will be pretty straight on. So I'm gonna keep on keeping on. It is a tedious, long process, so I'll get back with you guys when we're all done. Cylinder's all ported, well, cleaned up at least, nothing crazy. We didn't expand the ports or anything, and we polished out the exhaust. Got everything ready to go back together for the most part, so we're gonna get the new gaskets on there. I also polished out, here, polished out these power valves here, so we're gonna put that together. Now we're gonna reassemble the top end. We're gonna put all of our power valves in there, make sure they're operating as they should be, and then we'll put it all together. So close, yet so far. we got it somewhat back together. I wish I could honestly film everything and put it all on YouTube, but my videos would be over an hour long, and well, we're a small channel, so you guys wouldn't watch that. What we're gonna do now though, first impressions, we're gonna give her a little start before we put the fairings on and everything. Going through a couple times, there we go. No, no. Let's choke it. Well, she started, but we gotta just idle up. Bring that up a little bit. Let's try this out again. Yeah, idle up a little bit more. Let's run it without choke. Well, as y'all can see, oh, she is running great. Now this is not a dyno test, so there's really no way of telling how much power we made. This is all strictly by feel, and she feels outstanding. Power band feels right there, snappy. Oh, I love it. This bike is an animal. Just so light, so easy to control, and she screams now. Yeah, that feels good. That feels really good. I'm glad I went through and did the work. Wow, this place is completely flattened. So this might seem crazy to me, but the reason they leveled this because they're making a nature trail. Does that defeat the purpose? You tore down all of nature so that people can walk through and admire nature. How so, Sway? I just love being told dirt bikes are bad when this kind of stuff happens. You could at least clear these off, I can. I trail ride that 125 a little bit. Like I said, she's feeling so much better now. Met a new friend on the trail here. That's always cool. Ooh, it's so tight through here. Oh man. This really isn't much of a trail bike. This girl's running good. She's running real good. Snappy on the throttle. So responsive. I love it. Met ourselves a nice trail friend here. Rip it behind Ed. He's got the DRZ 450. Sweet little bike. Well, it's at that time of the video where I tell you guys to tune in next week. I guarantee you're gonna like next week's video. We're heading out to 508. Have a full track day. Get to see the changes that have been made. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to ride this bike out there. We're not bringing Brandy Lynn with us because, well, why would we? So dusty out. I should put my goggles on. Let's hop this log. Someone's got to come out here with a chainsaw and cut that down one of these days. Oh, this girl is f***ing rowdy now. I just don't think there's any way to ride this bike and not be in power band.